What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Shiba Inu today at the request of Rody Life. We're doing this for you, my friend. Hit that like button, subscribe. Let's get into it. Here we are, sitting at about 3 zeros. Is that 1, 2, 3? That's 4 zeros. 22277. Okay. From a relative high. Come on, get on there. Why did it not move? I was moving my hand over that whole time, and the mouse just like stayed still. High to low, 618, down to 236, up to the 618 again, back down to the 0.5. I expect where you're going from here is beyond the 61869 and up to the next zone, the 786886 area. You're at 4 zeros, 222. The next target is 4049 to 40648, somewhere in that zone. The average coin is expected to move about 130% to 180% from here. That puts you just below average at the minimum target. And that puts you right on the upper ends of average at the maximum target. So about an average move is to be expected for Shiba. That's fine, right? If I do analysis on 15 coins in a day, we should expect to see the average coin does get a kind of average move versus the market, right? And that's good. You want to see Shiba at least keeping up with the market, not falling behind it, right? I like the RSI on a weekly basis, looking frisky. 3-day time frame is also looking good right here, bouncing off of 40. I love that. Yeah, man, it's looking really good. I have no doubt in my mind at all that by the end of February, because that's when this move's supposed to come into fruition, I think that's where you're going to be. Yeah, definitely. From there, do you see new all-time highs? I can hear people asking, right? Is Shiba going to see new all-time highs? That's the issue with Shiba for me, man. You know, it's at $13 billion already. And it's, you know, it's no offense to all the people who like Shiba. I think it has a lot of potential, but it's not Dogecoin. And the whole comeuppance of Shiba, the whole reason why it exists the way it does is because it came out as the Dogecoin killer. It got such a big backing because it came out as the Dogecoin killer. It's supposed to be better than Dogecoin. What happens when the general public starts to figure out that Dogecoin has more going for it than Shiba? Shiba will likely become that of like a, and I hate to say it, but like a Bitcoin Cash or a BSV is to Bitcoin. Now, I do think Bitcoin Cash and even BSV are going to make a comeback this cycle. I really do. So it's not a fair comparison to make necessarily, but just, you know, just in that comparison, like there doesn't need to be two top meme coins. There doesn't need to be. And I think Shiba is really trying for that spot. I think it's been trying for that spot since it began. And I think it would have had a better chance at it if it came across like a Brett or a Pepe, right? Something different, or even with something comparable. But because it came out as the Dogecoin killer, I really do wonder not just how much potential it has left in this cycle, but how much potential it has in the following cycles. I kind of theorize that this could be the last cycle for Shiba, but I don't know. I'm getting all bearish. I'm not trying to be bearish, but for all-time high predictions, the reason why I'm starting it off that way, we're at $13 billion already, and all you are is just the Dogecoin killer to me. I mean, that's not all you are. There's a big community, and there are other things, right? I'm aware of the Bone tokens and just the ecosystem that Shiba's making for itself, but nobody seems to care. People, there's an ecosystem for SHIB, and people are still waiting for an ecosystem for Doge. There's already an ecosystem for SHIB, and everybody's like, when are we going to get X payments on Dogecoin or Dogecoin payments on X, right? And it's like you can already implement that stuff with Shiba kind of because they already have an ecosystem built up and set up that way. It'd be easier to implement that, but they're not implementing that, right? Because that's not where the people with the influence are taking it, right? They're taking Dogecoin to those levels. I don't know how much sense I'm making here, but anyways, you're at 13.1 billion right now, and that's all just theory. It's all speculative. It's not set in stone. I have a hard time seeing Shiba really getting above this price. So I personally don't think Shiba sees above $100 billion market cap this cycle. I accept it as a possibility, more so now than I ever have this whole cycle. I really do. But I have a hard time seeing it, but I accept it as a possibility. If you were to see this price, that would put you at about 140 billion, 150 billion, something like that, right? That's probably the extent of the highest that I'd give you. That right there, it's about an 8x 80. That puts you right at 100 billion, just above 100 billion actually. So that might be a more suitable all-time high target for Shiba. And I'm aware that there are burns that happen periodically. I'm also aware that they're very insignificant to the total supply. 0.000185 you probably do go right to that target by the end of the cycle. That'd be my guess. So Shiba, if I'm right, then the next chart that we pull up should validate this because it should show. But I'm expecting Shiba essentially to underperform the rest of the market. So if that's true, then Shiba versus others should look relatively bearish, right? Maybe not bearish right now, but maybe bearish right now. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, we're gonna look for it and see. So again, this is Shiba versus others. Others being every altcoin marked by market cap outside the top 10, which includes Shiba because it's outside the top 10. But this is essentially like Shiba versus the average altcoin. Think of it that way. And I got to be honest, it looks like basically Shiba, for a good part of your life, you've been spending your time moving in unison with the average bit of the market, even moving up at times, moving down at times, but basically at the same pace. A bear market, of course, sold off a little bit more, but you were a top performer last cycle, so that's kind of the repercussions of that. But it looks like you want to go lower, man. It looks like Shiba's in this range. It's like a box. It's not the best drawn box. Hey, buddy, you got to stop. He's clawing me. He's putting his claws in me. He gets all, I call it brisky. Starts putting his claws in me. I mean, maybe you find support here. Maybe you go lower. I don't know. The RSI on a chart like this is just so hard, the RSI. Let's look. Let me do, because the reason why the RSI looks like this is because it doesn't give you any numerical values, because you're basing something that's worth not even a cent versus something that's worth billions of dollars in market cap. So it's going to do that. But if we did others to Shiba, let's just try this. So now if it's bullish, that's a bad thing for Shiba, right? And it does. To me, it just looks inherently bullish. It does. The 3-day time frame looks like it wants to continue upwards. The weekly kind of looks like it wants to continue upwards as well, actually. And the daily's in bullish posturing. Yeah, so Shiba is going to lose value versus the rest of the market. Not like immediately, but it probably does underperform the market even on this next move. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm stalling. I guess I'm just gonna end the video there, guys. And the only reason why I'm ending it this way is because I didn't know what to say. But I think it's conclusive enough, at least in my opinion, my eyes. I think Shiba is going to underperform the market from here on out. If I was holding Shiba and I saw this video, not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but if I was holding Shiba and maybe not saw this video, but if I saw these charts, if I was aware of this information, it would definitely scare me. It would, or maybe not scare me, but it'd make me want to get into other things. I've been telling people, if you're in Shiba or Doge, you should just get into Turbo, right? Like this thing's at 0.008. You should get into Mana. Turbo, I think, is going to do phenomenal. I think Turbo has 100x potential in it. It might not, but it has a possibility. Mana's at 52 cents. I think Mana's going to be worth like $14 to $45. Get in that. Right? I don't know. Not financial advice. Not a financial. You know what? In fact, I would actually say get into Sandbox. I like Sandbox and Mana about the same. I just think Sandbox outperforms Mana. So I don't know. There's plenty of crypto projects to get into, but not financial advice. I'm not trying to gain hate from the SHIB community. I hope I'm wrong, but I can't see at the end of the cycle there being 2 Dogecoins in the top 20. I can't see it. Top 10, right? Dogecoin will be in the top 10. Shiba's not going to be. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. But I'm sorry, I'm just hating. Hit the like button, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.